Hi, I'm Andre Minkov, the founder of Trademark Factory. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you the trademarking process the way that nobody has explained it to you before. I'm going to do a brief overview of our proprietary TMs into R's brand protection formula.
Get it trademarked with Trademark Factory.
All right, before we get into the actual formula, let me make a couple of remarks. So we call it TMs into R's brand protection formula. So TM refers to an unregistered trademark, which means you yourself think it's your trademark. You don't need a lawyer to do that for you. You don't need to ask anybody's permission. You don't need the government. You don't need anybody. You just put a TM next to your brand, and all it does from the legal perspective is you tell the world that that's the trademark that I think is mine. I would like this to be my trademark. Okay? R refers to an R in a circle, which means a registered trademark, which means you think it's your trademark and the government agrees to give you the legal tools to enforce it against anybody else who would use that same brand to promote their products and services that are close to yours in the same country where you register your trademark. So TMs into R's. Now the formula consists of 6 steps and they all start with the letter F. I didn't even know that English has so many F words, but that's besides the point. We're actually thinking about calling this formula a formula or F6 formula, but the name just didn't flow. So we ended up calling it TMs into R's brand protection formula. So let me quickly walk you through the 6 steps, and that will give you a very good idea what the trademarking process looks like from start to finish. The first step is to figure out what brand elements you actually want to protect. You look at your website, you look at your marketing materials, and you decide what's there from the branding perspective that's worth protecting, that's worth not losing. Whether it's a company name, the names of your products, the names of your services, your logos, your taglines, some other stuff that sometimes may get protected. That's the first step. What is it that you would like to get protected? The second step is to find out if all that stuff is even trademarkable, because not everything that you would like to protect with a trademark can be protected with a trademark. That's the second step, when you find out if it's trademarkable. The third step is the easiest step in the process, is to file your trademark application. Really, a monkey can file your trademark application. That's why there are so many low-cost trademark filing websites. You can even file your trademarks yourself, right? Whether that's a good idea or not is a different issue. But that's the third step. You file your trademark. The fourth step is to fight to get your trademark approved and allowed. And this is what most business owners have no idea about, because they think once you file your trademark, you're good to go. Not so fast, because once you file your trademark, it will go through the examination process, and a trademark examiner in the trademarks office is going to look at your trademark application and they're going to decide whether it goes through or not. And that's called the approval process. So you want to make sure it gets approved. And if they say no in the beginning, you want to make sure you keep working with them to get them to approve your trademark. And once they approve your trademark, it opens what's called an opposition period, when anybody may raise their hand and ask the trademarks office not to grant you that trademark. And that's when you fight to get your trademark allowed. So when that's done, you go to the fifth step, which is to finalize your registration. After your trademark gets allowed, sometimes there are some formalities to get to the actual registration. In some countries, you need to file a statement of use. In some countries, you need to file a declaration of use. In some countries, you need to pay a registration fee. So basically, you take care of the last formalities to go from allowance to registration. And the last step is to follow up. Even though there are no annual maintenance fees for trademarks, you still need to renew them every 10 years in most countries. You still need to notify the trademarks office if your address changes. You need to notify them if your company name changes. You also want to set up some sort of a trademark monitoring service where you get notified when somebody is trying to file a trademark that's too similar to yours. That gives you a heads up so that if the trademarks office misses that, you can reach out to those other people directly and say, no, this is my trademark. So all of that happens in the follow-up step. So again, 6 steps: figure out what you want to trademark, find out if it's trademarkable, file it, fight to get it approved and allowed, finalize it, and follow up. This is how you get your brand protected. I go through these steps with a lot more detail, with a lot more examples in my free webinar that I invite you to sign up for. The link you'll see below. And during that webinar, I'll share with you some super simple and super powerful strategies that will allow you to secure the legacy of your brand and avoid getting your business hijacked from under your nose. Again, the webinar is free. Go and sign up right now. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.